Game 9, Leafs-Sabres. We're trying something new here today. Given a watch-along shot here on the show, I feel like this kind of gives everybody the best opportunity across the network. Leafs fans, Jays fans, whatever it is. If you want to watch me, then you want to go and watch our friends over at Blue Jays Today, who will be coming up live after the conclusion of the Leafs-Sabres game. Obviously, they're not waiting for us. World Series Game 2 with the Blue Jays at home, leading the series against the Dodgers. That, to me, takes a little bit of precedent. No, I think it takes precedent for most other people here as well. But a few different things we're going to break down here quickly before the game starts tonight. I think it'll be about a 5:07 puck drop. 5:07 puck drop, so we've got about 7-10 minutes here. You know, it usually doesn't actually start at that time, but we'll give out a best bet here before the game starts, dig into who's in the lineup, who's not in the lineup for the Leafs here tonight as well. So that's the other thing that we'll quickly break down and what the lines will potentially look like, because we do have a little bit of shuffling going on with some recent news here. William Nylander will not play in tonight's game. Him and Morgan Rielly did take pregame skate. William Nylander will be scratched. Calle Jarnkrok in for this one. So there's your first note. We did see, obviously, earlier today, Dennis Hildeby was called up. Anthony Stolar's not going to play tonight. He's out for rest. It's going to be Caden Primo playing, Hildeby backing up. So there's your kind of lineup shuffling from last night, the major things. To make sure people get enough time here before we get to tonight's game, let's now get to our best bet segment, courtesy of our friends at Bet365. This show and our best bet is a presentation of Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use the code NATION. That's NATION, code NATION, NATION. At Bet365, you must be 19 or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. So tonight's best bet, we're keeping this one simple. I mean, William Nylander out. Auston Matthews, I think, becomes a more focal point here for the Leafs offense. Also, a little bit more pressure on him to be the guy to go and to be the guy who's going to score and get you on the board. And with that, it's not necessarily looking directly at Auston Matthews for me that I feel like that area is that I want to be focusing on for tonight's game. You know, you're going to look at the lines. If Matthews is out, we see some reshuffling. I'm going to kind of put some pressure on some other guys here. I'm going to go and I'm going to look to Auston Matthews to score, but we're going to parlay it here with a Matthew Knies point. I want Auston Matthews to score parlayed with Matthew Knies point. That is going to be our best bet for this game. Look, part of it is the fact that Matthews is sitting there at minus 110. A lot of what I'm thinking about is there's going to be some reshuffling. I don't imagine Craig Berube is going to want to keep for the entirety of this game, you know, Calle Jarnkrok up there on the first line, or Bobby McMann with Auston Matthews and have him out in that position. So I feel like we might see a situation where you see some type of pairings of Matthews and Knies going together at different times. Matthews and Cowan who are going to go there. I'm just kind of trying to figure out some of the line rushes because I want to see who's going to go together officially to know. That would be a little bit easier, but McMahon, Matthews, Nylander was the rushes. That's obviously going to change Jarnkrok in, but I don't think Berube is going to put him. So kind of the best bet changes here a little bit as we kind of move along in this one, but Matthews anytime parlayed with Matthew Knies to record a point is your best bet tonight. We're going to keep this one a little bit lighter on the bet because I don't think we should be going nuts when we're betting the parlay for this. We're going to keep it at a quarter unit tonight, $25 on this best bet. We did win both last night. We are up here now on the season. A profit of $234, 12 best bets that have been given out, 6 and 6 on the season is our record. That is currently where we stand. And with that, we do have a special guest sitting and waiting to join us here for tonight's watch along. Let's get his thoughts here right away, because I want to know what he thinks about somebody missing from tonight's game and how the Leafs might shake this one out. So let's welcome to the show, for the first watch along ever here on the Leafs Nation After Dark, Jay Rosehill. Rosie, how you doing here, buddy? How you feeling with the news that William Nylander is not playing tonight?
$100 units? Are you crazy, Zach? What are they paying you? Goodness gracious. $25 quarter unit. Make me blush, man.
Dude, last year we finished up $1,000. We were up 10 units to finish the season. So far, we're up 2.35, up $235.
Good for you. Good. Make my units look like chump change, my man. Good for you. You're scary better. I like it. Willie's out, eh? Willie's out?
Yeah, Willie is out for this one. That was part of the problem. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my best bet, and it's kind of dependent on who's going to play together. And then you took line rushes with Nylander on Matthews' line in the pregame skate and in, like, warm-ups tonight, and then he doesn't play. There's no shot Berube's playing Yarncroke in the Nylander spot with Matthews and McMahon, right? Like, I don't think that's going to be the line.
We're just Sheldon Keefing it, man. Blender it up. Got to find some kind of a formula that works. I don't know what's going to go. It's tough when guys are in and out and day to day, and I'll take warm up to know what they're going to do. I don't know. What were we talking about before the show? How that third line was kind of the only one that was doing much that we were liking, and other than that, I could care less, man. Try to find some chemistry, but is there a thought of you're blending them up too much? Like, do they think they need more time to get accustomed to each other? Do you go back to something you've already done? Then it's like, well, then why did you leave it if you're back to going with those guys?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Brian Burke joins Jeff Merrick on the sheet earlier this week, and he was talking about the line combinations and everybody who's here and the job Berube and Tree Living have done. And that was the one criticism he had so far about the lines to this point. He's like, yeah, something may not work for a game, but how do you know it's not going to work long term if, 2 periods in, you're just like, nope, doesn't work, change it up. That's my only critique. We're not talking about game 1 of the playoffs here and trying to figure out lines and being too quick and short-leashed. We're talking about game 6, 7, 8 into game 9 here tonight or this evening against the Sabres. Just let some things play out here. I don't need to be just hitting the blender and the panic button on lines right away. Let's calm down. Let things work themselves out.
Well, I kind of think the same. I do like Michelli out there with Tavares and Nylander. I thought that could be something that works, with Michelli's vision and his ability to dish the puck. I thought that those other two could work off of that. And honestly, I thought the best top 6 this year was Nyes, Matthews, and Cowan together with those 3 I mentioned previously. I thought that's the best top 6, but you lose a game and Chiefs pissed and just starts scratching one of those guys and demoting this guy and trying this guy. And if there's injuries and stuff tonight, I don't care what the lines are. You thought you might have Willie, now you don't. Kind of like we've been saying, next man up, someone jump on there. And again, just work your nuts off to the point where you're creating something every shift. And if there's any mistakes made, it's because it's not from a lack of effort. It's because you're over forechecking, or you made sure you finished that check and those types of things. We can live with that. But I don't know. Everyone goes into the lines and stuff like that. Like you mentioned, we've seen a million different line combinations. It's not really... To me, it's not they haven't found the right combination of lines to really be a really solid team so far this year. It's not the combinations of lines that's holding them back, if you know what I mean.
No. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. I, especially doing this with you and Huts and having you guys come through and getting to talk to you guys about a lot of the different stuff. You guys have pushed back a lot when it comes to it's not that they don't care or they're not trying, but I think we're seeing a lack of effort. I think that that's probably fair to say from these guys at this point. Like, what the hell is going on? Why is this a problem? Like, where does the lack of effort and intensity? Is it just because it's early in the season? Is it because they know that getting to playoffs is a whole different beast and this doesn't matter? Like, why are we witnessing it? I know I'm asking you to like rub the magic genie lamp here and give me some answer, but like, how is this happening?
I know. I know what you're saying, and it's not a lack of caring. These guys care. It's their life, it's their livelihood, it's their careers, it's their legacy, it's all those things. But it's their mentality, right? Like, if you're in that locker room before the game and you're playing the Buffalo Sabres and you've had kind of a pretty shitty or subpar past couple of weeks, what's the mentality to get things back on the rails? And to me, it's kind of a raw, like, fire it up, get things going in warm up and early, and be kind of crashing around, just acting kind of silly, like friggin' like cavemen, like animals, like, here we fucking go, boys, like that kind of thing. Like, we're ready to go through a wall, like, just drop the fucking puck. We're going. And then everyone's chomping at the bit, but it's never felt like that. And some of you are probably like, yo, that's probably what you did, meathead, because all you did was run around and hit guys and fucking scrap once in a while. But okay, well, maybe they need a little bit of that, right? Maybe, it's no secret they have all the talent in the world. So why can't they translate that to success? And, my knock on the team in the past and where they've come up short, it's like they just expect things to happen by showing up. They don't force things to happen. They don't come in, like, blow the doors off of things and just impose their will on a game and force what they need to happen. They hope it happens or expect it to happen, and it's just kind of softer and lighter, and it's a little bit fancier, and then, like, you get these shit games where it's like you just like never had control of the game for one goddamn minute against the pathetic Buffalo Sabres. And then afterwards, it's like, man, I loved our compete level tonight, and I love the intensity we brought to the rink. And it's like, did you really? Because now I think that you don't even know what it fucking is, because that's coming out of your mouth right now. Like, do you not know what it feels like? Have you never played it? Usually there's guys on the team that lead the charge, like a Nathan McKinnon. It's like, oh, that's what it looks like. But a lot of these guys, high skilled, high talent guys, maybe they haven't had to, put the hammer down and be super intense and get out of their comfort zone. At least that's what it looks like to me. And I'm not trying to knock them or question their character or anything, but I'm like, I feel like you need to have a different mentality, this group, to get to where you need to be. Because yes, we all know you're skilled. You know you're skilled, but you haven't won shit in 10 years, all of you. And there's a reason for that, because you're as skilled as anyone else. So what's the missing ingredient? And to me, it's that mentality of, I'm willing to go and do things that invoke change in the game, and I can impose my will, and my talent will take over after I get the game in my control with this intensity and this passion and this mindset that leads to that type of thing. And they just don't seem to have it. It's just always flat, man.
Just for a note for people here, I'm trying to figure out the scoreboard. I had it working before, like this little scoreboard bug, Rosie, to go up on the screen. It was pretty cool. And then when I was trying to get it going, it's not going right now. So I'm working on that. But for anybody watching along as well and watching at home, the Leafs are 3 minutes into the first period here. They're on the first power play, 29 seconds in. So that's my countdown of where I'm at. With Nylander out here, the lines go to Nick Robertson, Auston Matthews, and Bobby McMann playing together. I will say I don't imagine that's going to last. But what do you think they do with Robertson here? Because, I mean, Chinnikov's name was thrown out there in the summer. Feels like it's kind of coming back up here and is a name attached. And it's like him and Robertson, two guys looking for a change of scenery right now.
Yeah, I can't say like I'm super familiar with Chinnikov's game, but if you want to move on, here's an opportunity right here why I think Tree Living hasn't moved on from Nicholas Robertson. I think sometimes the proposals are on the other side of the table saying no, but I'm sure there's been some proposals or some counters to to tree living, and he said no, and it's for this right here. Like, you get some injuries, you got a couple guys banged up, and you need a body who's capable of performing at a certain level, and Nick Robertson certainly is. He's just not that difference maker, and he's not consistent enough. So I'm done with trying to figure out what trade is going to work. I don't know who's saying no to what necessarily, but obviously there's been no party that says, yeah, that makes me better, and the other guy says, yeah, that makes me better. Would Chinnikov for Robertson be better? I think it's enticing to a lot of people. Like, I guess neither, like, are they deal breakers? It depends. Like, who wants to pop off and who's going to benefit more from a change of scenery, right? Obviously everyone's looking for that, but all I know is that a lot of stuff's been thrown around so far and no one's shaking hands. So here he is. And again, tonight's an opportunity where it's like, it's good we didn't dish him for, a 4th round draft pick, because we're in a spot right now where you need someone who has a certain type of skill or speed, who can play right now on the top line, or at least start the game there. So giving away for nothing, I'm not interested in. But until I see something on my phone come across that says deal done, I'm almost done with like making mock trades or guessing or hypotheticals and all that shit, because it just seems pointless, man. We've been talking about this for like 2 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with the conversation as well. As Robertson here cuts across the line. Rosie, I know you got a couple minutes here before you got a buzz, so I will let you. Oh, there you go, the scoreboard. Okay, that now it finally pops up on the screen. Now the issue here, Rosie, is that I've got to figure out how to get the time fucking synced with the game. I had the thing going, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't want to go. So let's see.
How about Cowan? Like, Cowan, Waugh, and Dakota Joshua, like, it's just so against the grain in my mind. Why wouldn't you put Cowan up there with Matthews again? Like, did you not think that the 2 games that he had were solid? Like, what did he do to get scratched and demoted off of that line? I thought that they were clicking on pretty decently, and I don't know, just like, you look at this lineup that they have right now, and it's just like, this ain't it. I understand you got a man out there and 2 men out with Scott Lawton, but so many against the grain. Like, when Lawton's back and they're healthy, I think that there's a lineup that has got a top 6 that all makes sense, and they got a bottom 6 that all makes sense, and it's all deep, and they all complement each other, and you could see them absolutely, switch hitting shifts together and just rolling it, and I think it looks awesome. But this ain't it. Yesterday wasn't it. I don't know. I'm hoping that when Scott Lawton comes back, some things fall into place and we can start to actually put some pins and some magnets on the board that are going to stay there for a while, and get some chemistry going and figure out who the hell these guys are together. Because so far, it's kind of just been a gong show.
It has. Okay, I'll ask you this last question before you leave. At what point do you personally hit the panic button? Because I think there's a lot of Leafs Nation that is smashing the panic button right now. I'm personally not at that point. I don't think that it's kind of fair to be doing. I will say, like, part of what's frustrating me is the lack of effort, the lack of compete makes it hard to kind of give this team like a fair evaluation, because yeah, some of it X's and O's, the construction, whatever, we could probably have some things we could pick on, but like watching a team that just doesn't battle, the other things are just going to look worse no matter what happens. Is there a point in the season where you look at it, or is it a record, or what is it where you say, okay, yeah, this Leafs team might be fucked, or okay, yeah, this Leafs team is fine?
Good question, dude. I'm not there by any means. Like, like if you just, it's such a good question, right? Because like we've already seen stuff that pisses us off. We've seen Game 5 and Game 7 last year. We know what it looks like when it's bad. We've seen the trap games. We've seen them lose to bottom feeders. We've seen the rinky-dink plays that end up going the other way. We've seen the non-back checks. We've seen the guy blow right by us to score the goal. We've seen all the swoops. We've seen them not come to the aid of their teammates or their goaltenders. We've seen all that shit, and it's frustrating. But what bugs me is that like this team can still win even when they're not doing nearly all of the things right. So you know that they have like this, you know that they have this cup that's full to a degree that they can, that's always there. And then I also know that to make that cup full, it's easy to access what they need to do. Like, again, it's just meathead stuff. It's just work your nuts off and like just forecheck and have some intensity and give a fuck and scream at their team, the ref, your teammate, or get fired. Like, just show some goddamn passion and some intensity and some grit and some tenacity. Like, every team that wins the Stanley Cup has it in spades. What don't you fucking get about that, this group? Like, what don't you, you're not just going to show up and win shit because you had the right fucking line combinations. Like, it drives me nuts. You've been this group, like, we got rid of Marner and stuff because the core four, there's too many of the same type of players who just kind of show up and, well, oh shoot, yeah, I don't know, I showed up and we didn't win. That's weird. Like, it's right there for the taking. If they want to clue in and say, I need to fucking dig in here, and maybe I need to do something I haven't done before to do something that we haven't done before. Like, who's going to do that? Who's going to lead the way? And people, now that Marner's out of the way, the whipping boy, people are starting to look at Willie, and people are starting to look at Auston and say, are these guys got the leadership that it takes? And I'm not saying that they don't, but they have to do something they haven't done before to get where they want to go. Because we've seen it the same way over and over again. And we've talked about the definition of insanity and why are we just expecting a different result all the time. So it's right there for the taking. And again, any meathead like me can go and do it. So why can't they see the light that it's going to take them to get out of their comfort zone and do something they maybe haven't done before? And I really think it's that simple. And then switches on, and this team's really good, and they can beat anybody, and they can go to war for 7 games and get it done. But it's like, you know, even like a Dakota Joshua and like these guys that come in, it's like, don't just follow the fucking lead of what they've been doing in Toronto. You're here to like lead them down this kind of untouched path that they're missing something. So go do that, dude. Go show them what that looks like and what the result of that type of stuff is, and let others maybe follow you a little bit, or let that stuff rub off on the rest of the team. Like, you were here to change the identity of the team. Well, don't be the fucking identity that they were last year, because they wanted to get away from that for good reason. So I'm waiting for, and again, it's only been, 8 games, so I'm not hitting the panic button. I know that it's there. If they access it or not, I don't know. It's frustrating watching the stuff we watch at times, but again, I this is a good hockey team, or it has the potential to be they're a good hockey team. They have the potential to be a great hockey team, and it's frustrating when they just aren't willing to do the things that are free in order to have the success that they're looking for.
Rosie, you came in here and you brought heat for like 17 straight minutes. I didn't know what the watch along was going to consist of. I didn't know what was going to happen here. I was like,
I don't have anything to say tonight, Zach.
I was like, we're just going to hang out. We're just going to watch this. We'll chill, and whatever happens. We'll have some fun. But you came in here and you brought some intensity from the second you got on until the very end. So, Rosie, I know you got places to be here right now. I know you'll catch up on this game. So I appreciate you jumping on here for the watch along for the first period here, as we're 10 minutes in. So you enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Lacombe, Alberta, I'm headed to for a U13 AA game, and my wife's driving because I'm watching the game in the car. But I'm glad I could jump in with the watch party for a little bit anyways. I hope you have fun with it. And I hope you figure out that damn score clock, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I was told scrap the time by the executives here. Scrap the time. So it just says period 1 now. I had it going when I was like, of course, that's what happens. You do the tests, you press play, and it's like, oh yeah, it runs through, it's all good. All of a sudden you go to do it when the game actually starts, and I'm like looking at it, and it's like it's resetting to like a 24-hour clock. I'm like, well, this isn't going to work. So it is what it is.
You do well, man. I had to restart my computer because I couldn't even make the camera work, and I was just mashing buttons and almost lost my marbles about 4 minutes before going on here. So trust me, you're doing better than me.
All right, Rosie. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. You enjoy the drive. Good luck to your boys. And hopefully everybody gets a win. You, your kids, the Leafs, the Jays. Let's have a good day here today.
Oh, baby. How sweet would that be? Appreciate it, dude. Have fun with the watch party. I love it. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Rosie. See ya. There you go. Jay Rosehill jumping on here to join us for the first like 15 minutes, first 20 minutes of today's watch along. Again, the best bet for today, Matthews goal, Nye's point parlayed together. I was trying to figure out what we were going to do. I didn't want to give out the minus 110 just immediately on a Nye's Matthews like on their point total or give them out individually. I kind of tried to figure, hey, let's try to keep some stuff together. Don't know who's going to play with who. There wasn't really many other things that were standing out to me for tonight's or for this afternoon's game necessarily that was like I have to give that bet out. That's the one that has to happen. Look, I think that ultimately it ends up being a decent bet for us, so pretty happy with that at the least. But at least we have some type of bug on the screen. Like, I'm happy about that. There's something up there for us to be looking at and having some idea of where we're at in the game. I thought that we were going to get like a timer that was going to work. Doesn't appear to be the case. So I apologize for that. But regardless, yeah, there you go. It's at the top. I also don't know why it's like cropped at the sides. That's like there is some stuff here that I'm trying to work through and figure out how did we get here? Why is this happening? But whatever. Says the game, says the score. And that's basically the most that you could ask for at this time. Continue the watch along here on the stream. Just an update for people of where we're at in the game. Face off down to the right of Caden Primo, of where I'm at timing wise, I should say. 9:45 left in the first period. Sabres are in the Leaf zone here right now. On a power play, I might add 10 seconds into this power play. At least the penalty kill has been good for the Leafs. Like, the power play sucks. 5-on-5 has not been great. But penalty kill's been okay. Obviously, you lost Mitch. You're replacing with, like, Nyes and Matthews. They're going to be the main features of that penalty kill now, being the first guys who are going out every time. But you do kind of worry that you're going to take a drop off. Look, Dakota Mermis was serviceable in the games that he played last year. Last night was one of the worst things that I've ever seen. And him and Myers really struggled. But this team defensively has, at 5-on-5 especially, really struggled in their own zone. Really struggled in their own zone. It just feels like they don't move. Like they don't move their feet. There's a lot of standing around. There's a lot of watching. Yeah. If you guys are in the chat right now and you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel as we continue to watch Game 9 of the Leafs season. Moved up to 5 p.m. It will be a normal post-game show, live post-game reaction to everything if the Jays weren't playing. I think there's a lot of people who want to watch that, because that one did hit the crossbar. I also think that there's a lot of people who are going to end up going and watching our friends at the Blue Jays today, who will be joining us in the first period intermission, or the first intermission, I should say, of tonight's game. who are going to jump on here and talk about tonight's Jays game, talk about what those guys are up to with their stream, because theirs have been a lot of fun. Tons of views yesterday, tons of people jumping in with them and watching with them. I think it was 223,000 views. So great stuff by our friends at Blue Jays today. But see, I don't know why that bar at the top is cropped there. I don't have it cropped. Oh, see, like even that pass that just goes through, it ends up in a nothing play, but it goes outside to Tuch as he's kind of stepping down towards the dot, and he tries to find a guy backdoor. He just has all the time, all the room, everything that he wants to do. And I know you've just gotten back to even strength, but it's like easy slip pass by Power down to Tuch. Tuch gets the puck as he's kind of driving down. He's now a threat. He goes backdoor with the pass. So many times in last night's game, the Leafs were flat-footed, backed up as far as they could be. Like, it's not physical. They're out of position. I can't believe we've fallen off this hard when you consider where they were at last year when we were talking about this, like, tough, strong defensive team that was great on the back end. Like, why are we now watching a team struggle so much? No zone possession. Outshot 9-4 by the Sabres here right now. Sorry, just resetting the... Oh, there we go. I'm like, why am I so low in this camera? We're going to have Nick Alberga. He's going to join us in between the second and third as well. I was trying to get Vic on here. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to join. I have no idea how far ahead behind I am of people who are watching here right now. Goal. Tage Thompson. It's, again, just easy zone entries, easy transition up the ice, 10 shots on goal for the Sabres here so far. Oh, you want to come in the zone? No fucking problem. You want to pass it around? You want to go side to side? Yeah, no worries. Like, how is Max Domi out here against this line right now? What a shot by Tage Thompson, sure, but who's out here right now? Domi, Cowan. I don't know who's on their wing right now with this, but like... This group, it's so fucking easy to play against them. It's so easy to play against them. So easy to giving up space, giving up ice. You just let guys walk in, you back all the way up. It's so easy to pass across the ice. Also a note, yeah, it is a quarter unit, $25 bet on Nye's point parlayed with Matthews' goal. I don't see this Robertson-McMahon-Matthews line staying together very long. Like, I know balancing shit, but who is this fighting right now? Oh my God, Jake McCabe just went nuts on Alex Tuch. Nuts on Alex Tuch. I got to watch how that started again because I just saw someone get hit, a fight start, and then Jake McCabe lost his shit. That's the most passion I've seen anybody play. Also, I think Tuch smashed his head off the ice here. I don't know how he's still up. What a hit. You want to put your head down, you're going to get caught. Finish your shot. Oh! They got to take Tuch out of that after that. Look, Byram, you can't hit guys in the head, obviously. But if you want to come into the offensive zone and you want to skate around like nobody's going to hit you, which basically is what the Leafs have told everybody in the NHL you could do. Hit our guys, cross-check our guys, abuse our guys. There's no consequences. You can do whatever you want. You want to come into the offensive zone, as they just did, by the way, on that fucking Tage Thompson goal 2 minutes ago. Come into the zone, walk in wherever you want. Come down, come to the top of the circles. Get the shot. Go to the front of the net. Do whatever you want. It's the easiest game in the world to play against this team. It has been for 10 years. Come across the middle of the ice. Anybody on any team is thinking, hey, I can do whatever I want against the Leafs. It's going to be easy. Jake McCabe right there just showing, hey, you want to come through the middle of the ice? You want to put your head down? You want to take a shot? I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you. I'm not even going to pretend like that's something like, oh, yeah, that's what happens against the Leafs. It's not. They don't do that. They're not a tough team. They're not a scary team. They're not a physical team. But good on Jake McCabe. That was clear frustration. Byram walks in, head down, stare at the puck, looking down at the ice, and he fucking creams the guy. You don't want to get hit like that. Get your head up. You're staring at the puck. And then Alex Tuch, which something the Maple Leafs players won't fucking do, says, you're going to hit my guy like that. I'm going to fight you. Good on Alex Tuch, but McCabe, very clear aggression there. Very clearly pissed off with how things are going. Just snap show on Alex Tuch. And look, respectfully, he beat the wheels off Tuch. I don't know how you can call this a major anything, but Jake McCabe, that was a KO punch on Alex Tuch. Did he hit his head on the ice? I hope not. I like Alex Tuch. There's no ill will towards Alex Tuch. I don't know how they could be looking at this for this long. In what world is this going to be a major? Oh, Lee Hacker, you're fucking wanker. Elbow to the head by McCabe. Get out of here. You're going like this through a hit. The guy's skating around like this. You don't want to get hit like that. Get your head up. Illegal check to the head. My nuts. Tuch's leaving. As he should. I mean, he got hit with a bomb, and then I'm pretty sure he hit his head. Five minutes for fighting. 2 minutes instigating for Tuch. Yeah, there you go. McCabe draws a power play. As it should be. Clean hit. Clean hit. Guy comes at you and says, we're going to fight now. You don't have to fight for a clean hit. Hey, this better have some momentum here for the Leafs. This better have some momentum for these guys. You had a guy just lay a guy out and then absolutely lose his shit on Alex Tuch. Watch that fight again. That is a clear fight of frustration by Jake McCabe. Let's see if this Leafs power play can do anything. I'm going to say no. If I had to place a bet on this, I'm going to say no. Michelli, I don't know. You want to change things up, sure. And I know Nylander's out, but pass by Matthews. Stopped. All right. I mean, recover the puck. That's one thing that they do struggle with as well, is get a chance. How often do they get a chance on the power play and recover it? A lot of times it feels like, hey, prime chance, puck's down the other way. Michelli, you got to be way stronger on your fucking stick, man. You're making a pass from in the corner to behind the net, and A, there's a defender that's standing in between the two of you guys, and B, as you're making that pass, you're just blindly flailing it around and fanning on the shit. Fucking zone entries. Zone entries. You have an extra guy. Why is every team in the NHL able to break into the zone on power plays, and you, with less money now, but like $40 million in players on fucking power play, you can't enter a zone? Oh my God. Like, set up with the puck. Get off the ice. Get off the ice. Get them off the ice and do not put them back out there on a power play. Pathetic shit. Perimeter, stand around, watch. You just had a guy blow somebody up for coming through the neutral zone. Fucking light a guy up in a fight. The momentum goes your way. The building is at least doing something because it's quiet as shit in there. So they're at least doing something in reaction. And then you get one shot on goal. You can't enter the zone. Good thing you had some good passes, though. McMahon shot into traffic. Sabres take off the other way. Is that Yuri Kulich? Shot. Rebound. Good on Primo. Unreal. There's just no possession, nothing. And now you just turn that shit power play that you had into spending time in your zone. Buffalo, okay, here they come back the other way. Like, offside, yeah. These guys, man. You need a lot more from McMahon. I mean, walks right into that, gets a shot off Connor Timmins. No possession. Win the draw. Stupid pass by Myers. No possession. No possession. If you play like this, you look slow as shit. Who's on this line right now? Holy shit. Who took that run? Is there going to be a fight here now? No. Somebody took a run in the neutral zone. I don't know who that was, but I mean, start playing angry because you're playing like a bunch of pussies right now. That frustration by Jake McCabe is the most we've seen out of these guys in like 10 years. Wow. Cowan, Matthews, and Robertson. What a pass out front. Great finish by Nicky Bobby. Yeah, that was the one I should have done. Like, that's stupid me. Fucking Nick Robertson, healthy scratched. Good work down low. Matthews gets that puck back. Loses it, but jams it back over through Dahlin. Cowan recovers. Great pass by Cowan and good recognition by Nick Robertson to jump down in there and get himself into the slot in a scoring area. That's one thing I feel like, he does decently well is he finds himself in those spots and into scoring positions. Good on him. Like, he got into the right spot. He got into the right area. You got 1:27 now left in the first period and tie game. It was a pathetic power play and sequence of events to get you to that point, but you scored. So, I mean, what am I going to say? Easton Cowan, 3rd point in the NHL. Nick Robertson, 1 for 1, coming back from scratches. These guys got to just start playing angry. OEL's going at that guy in the corner there. Oh, Riley, you can't be scared, man. And it's just throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. Get the puck, throw it away. Easy to enter the zone again. Get net front. Whoever just ate that puck on that shot is not feeling good right now. Why is there a whistle? Oh, that was off the back of the leg, that shot. Ooh, fuck. Where did that hit him? Like in the back of the hamstring? I think so. Why did they blow the whistle, though? I don't understand. Is it a high stick or something? Oh, offside? But the Leafs are carrying the puck out. I don't know. Again, possession. You're just chopping the puck up the wall. Slash it down into the offensive zone. And what do you got here now? Is that Michelli out there with Waugh and Joshua? Unless I preferred Cowan playing with Waugh and Joshua. I don't know who he's going to kind of slot in here with full-time on this line. But let's see. What's Cowan's minutes at right now? Cowan's played 3 minutes. Matthews has played 8:22. Offside. Yeah, all the world's a stage. They were a dump and chase team last year as well. It being dump and chase or not like it's the same style of what they were playing last year. It's fine to do that, but you have to be willing to go hard on the forecheck and get the puck back or cause problems to the other team when you do enter the zone. 7 seconds left. McCabe. I don't mind having this line out there to close a period. End of 1. Tied 1-1. There you go. Leafs tie it up. That last 3 minutes, I would say, 3 minutes or so of the Leafs after the intermission is way too many characters. That last like 3 or so minutes after that power play, that was the most juice these guys showed, like all season probably. To be at that point where you've now had to finally watch somebody go out and fight before you could actually show any kind of stones is a little frustrating, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They're at least got it tied, showed some jam. I'll give them that credit. I will give them that credit. All right. We do have some special guests who are going to be coming up here on the show in just a moment. And I know a lot of people in Leafs Nation right now are pretty tuned out on whatever the hell is going on with this Maple Leafs team, and I don't blame you. But if you're going to be watching anybody at this point, you should be watching our friends over at Blue Jays Today. Blue Jays Today has been absolutely killing it. I think they had 225,000 views on their stream last night. And I was watching the reactions. I was watching the reactions of the boys when, they made it to the World Series. You want to talk about raw emotion of like what you guys come here and laugh when I lose my mind at the Leafs losing. You should see what it's like to be on the other side when people are happy when the team wins. Like literal tears of joy, happy that the team had won. Watching last night, I watched the Leafs game, did the post game, talked about what was going on in the Jays game while it happened. And then I just went immediately to Blue Jays today to see what was happening and their reactions to everything, because it was far better than what mine was. So I'm going to welcome to the show here now for the first time ever, the boys, Adam and Nick. Welcome in from Blue Jays today. How are you guys feeling ahead of World Series Game 2 here tonight?
Nervous as always. I mean, how could you not be, right? Like, I was just actually saying to Nick, it's funny because we do this for a job and a living, and it's such a pleasure and an honor, and we're all grateful for it. But, like, man, is this stressful times. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's been a great journey leading up to this point. We're playing with house money now, but now that we're up 1-0, I mean, why not us, right? Like, it puts a little bit more pressure on us to go get the job done.
Yeah, I know. It's like actually reality now. And not to say it wasn't. You're in the World Series. You have a chance to win just because you're on that stage. But, it's like, okay, you won. You showed that all the things. Look, you guys know baseball more than I do, but I'm just more so from my perspective. Like, you've shown all the things that you did to get yourself here. You can still do against the Dodgers. Would you say that's accurate? Like, that's kind of how Game 1 felt last night. I listened to the broadcast. I listened to you guys react, and it kind of just felt like, hey, here's this scrappy team. Who knows if they can do it against the big bad Dodgers? And yet, Game 1 thumped the shit out of them, really.
Well, the big narrative, man, was their historically good starting pitching staff, which, by the way, I still give a ton of credit to. Phenomenally good. Blake Snell, Yamamoto, who we're going to see tonight for those Dodgers. Glasnow, of course. Shohei Ohtani. Like, it is just stacked through and through. And it was that historically good starting pitching staff. How is it going to fare against the also historically good Toronto Blue Jays offense, right? And it's like, who is going to win that battle between this offense, who consistently puts the ball in play and gets a ton of hits, and then this pitching staff that just dominated one of the best offenses in the National League in the Milwaukee Brewers. And that was the big thing that we were worried about walking into this series, because we handled the Yankees in the regular season, and the Seattle Mariners, they were very, very good, and they did push us to the limit. But we've never been up against a pitching staff and a squad like the LA Dodgers. So I think a lot of our questions and our concerns, all of those things were proven last night. Blake Snell had the best ERA from a starter walking into that game in the playoffs. They spanked him. They just embarrassed the ever-living crap out of them. So, yeah, I definitely think that things have changed, and the way that you got to look at this series has 100% shifted from where we were about 24 hours ago. And that's just credit to the boys for dropping 11 on the LA freaking Dodgers.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions about the game tonight before I ask some specific stuff about your stream and your show, because it's been wildly entertaining, whether it's the pregame stuff, which we'll get into in a moment, or the actual during the game, the postgame, all of it. Like, the entire coverage you guys have done throughout the entire postseason has been amazing. Just a couple questions here about the game for people who are maybe wondering or not as familiar with baseball. We're just going to tune in tonight. Sorry, that is. What can the Jays expect here? Like, what can Jays fans expect here tonight? Like, obviously, we're talking about last night going into it. Okay, it's going to be hard with the amazing pitching and everything. And are the Jays going to be able to do that? Are they going to be able to step up and get the bats going? What's it going to be like on the other side facing the Dodgers hitting lineup? What are you looking at here if you're a Jays fan or somebody who's tuning in casually and expecting from both sides of things and how these two teams match up with the pitchers on the mound that are going tonight?
Well, I'm very passionate about the game of baseball, and the thing that made me fall in love with baseball was the game within the game. So if you're a casual fan, let me help you out and see what the game within the game is against these Blue Jays hitters up against the Dodger pitchers. Blue Jay hitters are notoriously good at ambushing pitchers on the fastball first pitch. So if I'm watching the game, if I'm a casual fan going in, I need to be looking, okay, is the fastball coming to these hitters, and are they getting ready to hit it? If the Dodger pitchers are smart, which was what Blake Snell tried to do yesterday, he tried to establish with some off speed, some breaking stuff out of the zone. But the Blue Jays hitters are disciplined enough to recognize the game within the game. Okay, he's not coming to me because he knows I'm going to him, right? So the Blue Jays hitters, how they can be successful and how you know things are going well is if you see them trying to ambush first or second or third pitch of the at-bat, and then when they get to 0-2, grinding and not going after these pitchers when they're trying to put them away. That's what Blake Snell tried to do. He gave up 8 hits, 3 walks, and the Blue Jays pegged him for 5 earned runs. So that's what I'd be looking for, that little, cat and mouse battle between the Blue Jay hitters and the Dodgers pitchers.
I would also argue as well, like, especially for those casual viewers, and I guess also myself too, you can expect the unexpected with these two teams. And I kind of referenced the rest of this postseason up until this point. Effectively, everything that we've thought we knew. Seattle was really tired coming into Toronto, where they're gonna get spanked. That didn't happen. Toronto's on the back foot. They're gonna lose in Seattle. That didn't happen. The Dodgers are significantly better than the Toronto Blue Jays. They're gonna spank us. That didn't happen. I mean, everything that we thought we knew has kind of been flipped on its head in this playoff run. I think that's why, honestly, this has just been such an exciting ride being us, because you do all this pregame shit, you do all this analysis, you break down, we spent like 5 fucking hours yesterday breaking down what he throws, what he doesn't throw, and then the game started and the Toronto Blue Jays hitters were like, you know what, we're just going to show up and shove today, and that's what they did. And maybe that happens again tonight, but also maybe it won't, because God only knows what could go down in this playoff run. I think that's what's so cool is whenever you expect something to happen, the other typically has been the case this run anyways.
Okay, as you just mentioned, it is very, very unpredictable. So I'm going to make you guys do predictions, and then we'll get into what's going on with your streams. So Nick and Adam, I'll let you guys take the floor here, because I did see a clip the other day, by the way, as well, where you were talking about how you were switching your World Series predictions because it's like there is a real chance here. Like, we're watching a JC that has a real chance. So I'll just ask you for tonight's game, what are each of your predictions? Nick, you want to go first?
Sure, yeah. I will jump in and say with my chest today that I do genuinely think the Jays are going to take this one. Now, I have been on a generationally bad run recently with the predictions. So maybe that's
which is why he's expecting the
exactly right. So maybe that means we're going to lose today. I don't know, but we got Kevin Gausman on the bump. Theoretically, that should always be your best chance to win. Yamamoto is filthy over there for the LA Dodgers. I do not want to take anything away from him at all, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going 6 innings of close to shutout ball. But I do think that with the way our offense looked yesterday, I mean, Blake Snell was also just as good, if not better, and they made him look kind of silly when he left that game. So I like Toronto tonight. Being up 2-0, if we can do that, I don't want to say that that's a sure locked-in thing that we're going to hoist the trophy this year, because obviously the Seattle Mariners got up 2-0, and then look what happened to them. But clearly that would be an exceptional place to be 2 games into the series and really put LA on the back foot.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Blue Jays win, and it's going to be a very identical game that we saw yesterday. This is also kind of the formula of Blue Jays and how they win is they stay in the game long enough. They don't have the greatest starting pitching, but Gausman is their best. We could be down 2-0, 1-0 against Yamamoto, but I think the Blue Jays bats are good enough to grind and take what they learned yesterday, gain some confidence, and apply it to today. Grind, wear them down, get to that bullpen that has been not so good for the Dodgers. In fact, known as the Achilles heel of the Dodgers this year. Then explode yet again. Blue Jays are going to win this one 6-2.
6-2. Okay, I like it. I like the predictions. I like the confidence here. We're 2-0 in favor of the Blue Jays for predictions. I'm going to ask you guys a little bit about your stream because I tuned in yesterday. So it's about 6 p.m. Eastern time right now. Jays first pitch is 8:08 today. Is that correct? 8:08?
Yeah, like roughly 8, but you never know with
the World Series, like
it's all over.
They like to soak the ad money in. Dude.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I tuned in yesterday. You guys were cooking on stream pregame. What is happening with these streams? When does today's stream start? Like, tell me about what's going on with your with the live streams, the watch alongs, all this. So, because people after they finish here today, should be tuning in to Blue Jays Today and seeing what you guys are up to, because I watched for like 25 minutes while you guys were cooking and talking about music and the game, and I was like, what the hell is happening? But I couldn't turn it off.
Yeah, we were just trying to have a vibe, man. We did that for the first game of the ALDS, and I guess just the thinking that we had was like, I kind of want to be hanging out and maybe sipping on a couple bevies, and I would imagine that the people that are also baseball fans are feeling something rather similar, and we wanted to get a little tailgate vibe going on for all those individuals who weren't lucky enough to go to one themselves in person or anything like that. So that's what that was all about yesterday. We're not going to be cooking tonight on stream unless the Blue Jays start cooking.
Yeah, it could be a different type of cooking.
Exactly, different type of cooking right there. But we will be live at 7 p.m. So pretty close actually to right around when this game finishes. So if you did want to hop over from this game, from this live stream into ours when this game's all said and done, please feel free to do so. Let us know in the chat you're coming from Leafs Nation. But we're going to do a whole pregame show, give our official predictions on there, break down everything. And then the second that 808 shows up, just throw all that analysis out the window and strap in for what I imagine to be one hell of a ride.
Yeah, fuck the stats, fuck the predictions. At that point, it's just vibes. Like, we're just going off straight vibes at that point. Okay, so your stream starts at what time? Sorry, I'll just clarify for people.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard
7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. Make sure to tune in. And then the final thing I want to know from you guys. Tomorrow, you guys are doing another watch party. Is this one live? It is in person downtown Toronto, so I want to give you guys a chance here to talk about that. Where is it? What is it? How's everything going on? How can people get involved in tomorrow's watch party not tomorrow? Sorry, Game 3 on Monday.
Yeah, Game 3 on Monday. We're going to be at the Pint. If you've ever been to the Rogers Center or a Blue Jays game, you've probably walked by the Pint. It's just north across that bridge over the train tracks, right outside the Rogers Center. And we're going to be there around probably about 2-ish hours before, and we're going to be setting up our stream. We're going to be doing that exact same stream that we do here in our own home that we're going to do tonight, but at the Pint. We're going to have some bevies. We're going to hang out with y'all, and it's going to be incredible. I've already heard, we're basically almost booked out, so it's going to be absolutely bumping. If you want to get the experience and the energy of everybody around you and cheering for the Blue Jays, and you can't go to a game, second best thing is to come to the Pint this Monday.
If it wasn't for the fact that I'm not even going to try and make the Office joke about being a little stitious and being superstitious. I would be there, but if they win tonight and I've done the same thing that I did last night, I will again be doing the same thing that I did last night and tonight. But if they lose, I will be there on Monday. So
there we go.
I kind of feel the same way, man. Like, I know I'm very happy that we're doing it, but the fact that we're leaving our streaming zone, and going, you know what I mean? That to me is a little fucking wonky. So fingers crossed that that the superstitious stuff stays away, or at least goes in our favor.
Yeah, yesterday I was watching the Leafs game, and the Jays was on at the same time because it kind of overlapped where the end of the Leafs went into the Jays, and I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and they were down 2-0, and I was like, something is wrong here. And I was lucky enough to be at Game 6 and 7 of the championship series, and I wore the same thing to both games. I kid you not. I was like, okay, I'm going to go and change. And I put on the same jeans, t-shirt, hoodie, jersey, hat combination. The exact same. And as soon as I did, they got on base, and it sparked the I say it sparked as if I did it. But that was when it happened, where all of a sudden Varsho comes up, the 2-run home run, and I was like, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, holy fuck, what did I just do? So man, I'll be wearing the same thing tonight.
Vladdy the $500 million, all right? I think you need a big-time contract extension here, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, boys, thank you for hopping on here. I appreciate it. I know you got to get ready for your stream. Everybody should be following Nick and Adam here along as they continue on with World Series coverage over on Blue Jays Today, YouTube channel, podcasts, social platforms, all of it. It's been amazing, boys. I've been following all of it, watching your social clips, everything. So it's been a lot of fun to watch you guys watch the Jays, and I think other people should as well. And hopefully you have another happy, positive night here tonight as we go into Game 2 of the World Series.
Would love it. Thank you so much for having us on, and go Jays go.
And go Leafs go.
And go Leafs go.
Go Leafs. Yeah, it's not as exciting. Go Jays go for sure. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
There you go. The boys from Blue Jays today, Adam, Nick, jumping on here to tee up World Series Game 2, Blue Jays Dodgers, as well as their own stream for tonight. Again, I'm dead serious. I'm not just saying this because they're part of the network, and it's something that's, you got to do, and they're coming up. No, like, it's been so fun to watch those guys react. I could only pray that at some point, like, Alberga, Vic, Rosie, and I get to be sitting down together and watching, Leafs Stanley Cup. God, at this point, it feels unlikely that will be happening, but one could hope that we could have the same experience, because watching them watch the Jays has been a lot of fun. It just has been. If you are enjoying the stream here today, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel. Again, 50 likes on every stream. 50 likes on every stream is a smelling salts. 50, 100, 150, all of that. Obviously, I know this is a little bit of a different style than what we've done in the past as well. Just a quick note to anybody out there. You want to get your super chats in, you want to get your question or your comment read on the show, make sure to send in your super chats. You can click that little dollar bill there. I think on phone, it's at some point there, it says super chats as well. You click the super chat button, you select the amount that you want to send, you type your message, you click send, and I will read any and all of the super chats that come in to the show here. So send in those super chats, send in those questions. We will get to all of those throughout the course of the show here tonight, and appreciate everyone who is watching along. I don't know if you like this. If you don't, let me know. I'm very interested to hear what people think about the format of this, because we haven't done a watch along here. This is brand new to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Giving it a try. I know the Blue Jays today guys have had some great success with it, so figure we try it out, see what you guys think. Second period is underway. Leafs back in their own zone. I will give you guys a countdown here of where I'm at. So 19, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. So that's where I'm at in the second period here as Nick Waugh continues pressure up the ice. Look, this second period, you've got to be coming out with some type of energy. They've been atrocious in second periods. I don't know if there's an element of this that's just because they're taking their foot off the gas. Like, they come out a little bit more ready to start the first period. You're like, okay, we're into this game. You don't come out with as much intensity, and then you come out into the third, and you're like, oh, shit. But they've been brutal. And, I mean, again, here, you got offensive zone. One thing, this is another thing they've really struggled with is possession. These guys can't maintain possession to save their lives. Just cannot get into the zone. It's so quickly back the other way. All right, as they go for a change. I see Patrick G. Mafia says, guest help. I'll set up a link here. If anybody wants to call into the show, call in. Michelli. Matthias Michelli on the board. Second goal as a Maple Leaf. Almost had one the other day. Last night against Buffalo. Ripped it off of Rasmus Dahlin as he toe dragged past him. And then hit the crossbar. Great pass by JT. Also, going to the middle of the ice like that. Like, kudos to JT. He does not have the legs, but he is very capable of finding himself in dangerous positions. And it's exactly what he just did there as well. I might have to go... Actually, no, they're up now. What am I doing? Great pass down. Great pass to Michelli. Good on him for being able to finish that too. That was in a tight area. Got a little tight to the net. Got that one kind of jammed into his hands and was able to get a chip off. I don't know. You got to now continue this. Like, you have to maintain pressure. Don't take your foot off the gas. Okay, we're up. Great. No. Keep going. Let's see. I'm setting up a link. If people want to call in, you're more than welcome to call into the show here and watch along with me. I want to know what your thoughts are on the game. Also, at some point, I'm probably going to have to eat. That's just reality. Okay, I'm sending the link into the chat here now. Oh, God, are you kidding me? Oh, my God, did he save that? Was that Primo save that? I think it was. Thompson's on the ice here as well, so he's fine. I didn't notice if Tuch came back out. Oh. Nice pass by Matthews to McMahon there. You got a 3-on-2. Yo, respectfully, McMahon, that's not your, that's probably not the area that you should be taking that shot, guy. I think that the guy who scored 69 goals in a season, Auston Matthews, he's probably the one who should be the focal point driving in. Nick Alberga in the chat. Passion level rising here at Scotiabank Arena. Nick Alberga will join us in the second intermission. Gonna give his thoughts on tonight's game. The arena. Live from Scotiabank. He is. I don't know. I don't know how much my mic can pick up because I want to hear sound because it's just dead quiet for me. It does sound a little bit louder in there. I will say that. Johnny T, penalty drawn. It's like JT right now is the one saying, "Hey, okay, screw this. Like we're not gonna." Attaboy, Johnny T. All right, there we go. Hold on. Again, people want to call in. Link is there in the chat for you to call into the show. Happy to have some callers. People will give their thoughts on tonight's game. All of that. Zone entries, man. All right, you're in. Domi's out here instead of Michelli right now. Fuck. Such a stupid pass. You just force a pass across. Force a pass. Oh, who was that? McMahon stepped into that. Baseball Dude 34 says, how does the PP coach still have a job? See, I mean, the thing is, like, the power play has kind of been the same. Good draw win. Too bad you got to get that fucking puck back. Wasting 20 seconds of your power play because you're over and over and over again because the puck's just going back to your own zone, and then you see terrible pass to the neutral zone in the break-in. There are few things in this world that frustrate me more than this Leafs power play. Like, every power play, I think they spend a cumulative, like, 30, probably more, like 45 seconds to a minute regrouping and trying to enter the zone. Nothing on net. Like, nothing dangerous is happening here on this power play. Unreal. I'm glad the Riley injury wasn't too serious. Good pass in. Oh, good try by JT. Nice pass by Matthews to find him in the slot. Matthews, you're a big boy. I guess it is on his backhand, but, like, take that in, man. Who's that pass to? Still getting outshot 14-7 here. Oh. Oh, yeah, man. What the fuck is that? I hate to say it. I love OEL. OEL might be washed. OEL might be washed, dude. That play out of the corner. That's got to be a challenge. Look, that's not going to excuse what the hell happened to lead to this. But if this isn't a challenge, I don't know what is. You challenged one where a guy wasn't even making contact with your goaltender. If you don't challenge this, yeah. Oh, they didn't even have to challenge it. The on-ice officials called this thing back. So we're back to 2-1. Thank God. I mean, you drive right through the crease like that. That is goaltender interference. Look, let's talk about what the play was that led up to that, though. That play by OEL in the corner, just such a lack of puck protection, awareness, slow, like, bad play, doesn't get back in to recover. You know what I kind of wonder, and I'm not going to complain about it, like, but it is interesting to me when a play like that happens, why that's not a penalty. Well, that's not a penalty for going through the crease and like taking the goalie out like that. Like, it wasn't malicious or anything, but it's just interesting. It's like, that's goalie interference. It doesn't count. Like, that one in particular, he just skated through and took out the goalie. Jay Thielen says, better skating by Primo there, and it would have been a goal. I don't know what that even means. You just got gifted one here, Toronto. You cannot hand this back. Nice goal by Michelli. Nice goal by Michelli. Honestly, I might have to grab Uber. I think I'm going to have to grab Uber Eats. I'm going to have to grab my own Uber Eats. Especially if we're going to be watching the Jays game after this. We'll have to do we'll do a post-game video. So, yeah, that's the other thing. We'll do the watch-along until the end of this game. There will be a post-game video that I'm going to put out. We'll record for like 8-10 minutes. Obviously, we're not going to do like the normal live post-game show like we usually do. We'll record for like 8-10 minutes, recap what happened, my thoughts. And then I highly recommend everybody going head on over to the Blue Jays today and watch what those boys are up to. I'm dead serious. It's been a lot of fun watching the streams, tuning in, seeing what those guys have been up to. And their reactions. The reactions have been so funny. So good. So good. All right. Quick time check for people. Back from commercial here. Face-off's about to take place. There's 12:35 left in the second period. I'll count it down to 12:30. 12:34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Richard B., this team is fucking garbage. Can we be real? I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of Leafs fans who owe this team an apology just in regards to, like, how badly they're being counted out. I don't think this is a cup-winning team, but this is a team that gets to the playoffs. There's too much talent for them to be a group that just doesn't make it. My feed is hella slow, is what I'm being told. It says I'm up to date, man. You're 20 seconds behind actual. I think there's also a delay from me to you guys. I think that's something that happens here. But yeah, like this team, I don't think this team is garbage. I think this is a team that's not great, but they're good enough. All the world's a stage. Not winning a cup team, but makes playoffs. Might as well blow it up. I mean, I think that's a little ridiculous to suggest that. Ooh. I think this is a group that needs to find an identity and needs to find it quick. Good block by Myers. Hasn't been very good here so far in his time in 2 games with the team. Last night, I think, was a significant factor for some of those goals. John Gallagher says Detroit is better, Montreal is better. And why would Detroit be better? Like Montreal, I think has more fire, and I think that's a reason why they would potentially be a better team. I think they're hungrier. They've got some high-end talent, some young talent. The one thing I wonder about when it comes to Montreal is there's a lot of young guys who don't have as much experience. You saw it last year. Played Washington. It was good for them, a great story, and it's not like people expected them to do much, but I don't know. How do they build off of that? Did they learn from last year? I don't think Detroit's a better team. I don't see that. Yeah, saying Wings and Habs are better is just looking at the standings. I would, for the most part, agree. Oh, Yarncroak, you got to come up with that. You get a little stretch pass at the far blue. Okay. Can you turn this into something? It was an interesting play by Primo to not keep it and to... Don't me. Fuck. Make the play. I'm my Myers. Finish a check in the neutral zone. Puck turns over. Steven Lorentz looking like fucking Connor McDavid. Great chance. All right, now the Leafs got something. Wow, shoot that. Holy. Easton Cowan almost with his first. See, I'm more in line here with what Diz K is saying. Like, maybe not in 100%. What a chance by Lorentz, by the way. What a chance. I'm more in line with what Diz K is saying. Not 100% agreement, but much similar mindset. Red Wings have a hot start. They don't finish first at the end of the season. Yeah, like, that's going to come down to earth. Really hot goaltending right now from Cam Talbot. Does that continue? I don't know. I would guess no. Then the other thing is Robertson, stronger on your stick in that spot, man. You could come up with that puck. You get it at the top of the circle there, bounces out. It's like a one-on-one battle between the two of you guys. You can have that one. Diz K also says Montreal's rookies are going to get brutalized by Tampa or Florida in the playoffs. I don't know if brutalized is the word I would use, but I'm really interested to see how they handle that physicality when it's like, let's slow it down and we're going to finish every single check on you. Oh, shit, McCabe. See, this is the one thing. I think Carlo's going to be a lot more effective not playing with Morgan Rielly. I think we're going to notice him less, I guess is the way to put it. A little chance by Lorentz there. What's everyone doing for the Jays game tonight? I want to know. Where are you going? Where are you watching? How are you watching? I want to hear all of it as well. Call into the show. You want to give your thoughts? Call in. Oh, Loretti 29. What's up? Make sure everyone hits that like button. Subscribe here to the channel. Leafs Nation 401 right here on YouTube. Trying something new with the watch along. I don't know. We'll see if we do it again. I feel like today was a good day to try it. Good day to see how people react, respond. Is this something people want going forward? Brett Longfield asking, where can the game be watched on TV? Sportsnet is where the game can be watched. A lot of people at home for tonight's game. Fair play. Fair play. I will be out with my friends. Oh. Okay, so far to this point, 7:06 left in the second period here. Easton Cowan, 5 minutes and 54 seconds of time on ice is what he's listed at on ESPN. That feels too low. What is the point of having him in the lineup if he is just not going to get to play? Now, there's time left for him to play here in this period. There's time, obviously, in the third period for him to play. And I know that they did deal with some stuff where it was power plays and penalty kills that were going on. Especially through the first and the second period. But, I want to see him playing. That zone entry for Buffalo, for whoever, it's too easy. I know I've said that 100 times on tonight's show. It's too easy. Oh, my God. There you go. Good back check by Nice. Turn that puck back. Hey, look, this has been a better second period than last night. I mean, that's an obvious. But why did I say that? Why did those words come out of my mouth? Oh, this has been a better second period than last night. Buffalo goal. What the fuck was that? Again, so easy in your own zone. And Benoit losing this net front battle to Tuch, getting boxed out. And then it's 4 guys in front. Domi and Benoit losing that. It's both Sabres who are standing in front of the net. Domi screening, Benoit screening, Tuch. I missed who else the other Sabres player was, but Primo's never seeing that shot. Never. I don't blame him at all. Yeah, he would have needed X-ray vision, brother. He would have needed X-ray vision, and oh my God, giving up a chance down low like this. Like, why would I say something like that about this second period? It would have actually been harder for me to say something stupider. Like, now the Leafs are just under siege. It's tie game. Buffalo's gonna score. You can't lose net front battles like that. Good block by Yarncrook. But now it's the Sabres just teeing off, pass it around, do whatever you want. Oh, good block. Good block. What does that mean? Jeffrey Wilder. Never touch the money, Zach. If you guys are watching and haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe here to the channel. Leafs Nation 401 on YouTube. Figure out the watch alongs. Yeah, Alberga in the chat. Nick will join us between the second and the third period as well. Live from Scotiabank Arena. Get an update from him, how things are sounding, feeling, looking, all of that in there. Like, there's a moment of response and energy after that McCabe hit and fight, and then just off a cliff. It's the energy levels. The energy of these guys, I can't quite understand it. Like, why? How do you do this? All right, we got our first caller of the day. Is going to jump on into the show here. I want to get thoughts from people in the chat. I want to know how people are doing. So we'll see if this works. See if we got. I didn't even update the score. I forgot. See what you guys think here. But let's welcome to the show for the first time, Ali. Ali, is that right? Do I got you there? Is the audio working?
Yes, you do.
Ali, where are you calling in from? How you doing while you're watching this Leafs game here tonight?
I'm doing good. Calling in from Tennessee.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you call in here. Appreciate it. Are you as frustrated watching this last 10 minutes of the second period as I am right now?
Yes. I made a bet on this game.
What was the bet?
It was on Auston.
Goal to score a goal here tonight?
Yeah.
He does not look engaged here right now, does he?
Nope.
How are you feeling about the Leafs team this season so far?
It's a little iffy.
Are you in the camp of this team can't do it? It's going to they're going to miss the playoffs. It's all over. Blow this thing up, or you think they'll figure it out? Like, where are you at long term?
I'm giving them a chance.
Still giving them a chance?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. What do you think about the lines right now and who's playing with who? Obviously, no Nylander tonight. Scott Laughton's out, but when they come back and just what we've seen out of these guys, the combination of guys, I mean, with as much health as we've seen, you think they've got it? The players here on this team, can they figure it out?
I'm not too sure about that one.
That's unfortunate. I don't know about that. Well, okay. How about this game here today? You think they're going to come up with a win in this one?
Hopefully.
So how hard is it to watch from Tennessee, watch Leafs games? Like, are you jumping through hoops to be able to find the Leafs on a regular basis, or what's the deal there?
I'm pretty new to it, to watching
Okay.
at least. So yeah, there's a few loops I have to go through to be able to watch.
How did you kind of become a Leafs fan?
Um, Mainly just trying to get into the sport. I
Okay.
just saw a team and just took to it.
Okay. Has anybody told you you might have picked the most cursed franchise in potentially sports history?
No, but somebody has now.
Okay, well, welcome to Leafs fandom, because that's basically what you deal with. Just the most painful stuff night in, night out of all time.
Wonderful.
What are you fan of any other sports or any other teams?
I watch quite a bit of NFL.
Okay.
Um,
Titans fan?
Mainly, meh. I watch more Miami.
Oh, God, I'm a Dolphins fan as well. Also painful.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you decide you're going to start watching hockey and become a hockey fan?
I just needed a new sport.
Okay, fair enough. And then how did you find this channel?
I was just scrolling on YouTube.
Oh, well, I appreciate you being here and watching. There's a good chance there by Matthews and Eyes on that 2-on-1 short-handed. I mean, I guess that's why they're going to go out there and play together. You get those two guys who can create some type of offense and have some awareness in the defensive zone. But great play by Rasmus Dahlin to stop that one. Are you a baseball fan at all, Allie?
Yeah, I watched the Braves play. They're kind of disappointing this season.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you won a World Series recently, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So that's not too bad. You've at least got that.
Yeah.
All right, well, they've killed off most of this penalty in the opposing team zone. You got to be happy about that. What time is it right now in Tennessee where you are, Allie?
6:44
Okay.
in the evening.
Okay. So the same time as here. What's plans for the rest of the day? Leafs, you watch World Series later tonight at all? College football?
College football. I made a bet on that as well.
Nice. What do you have?
I've got Bijan Robinson hitting higher than half rush yards and receiving touchdowns, and then James Cook with higher than half rushing receiving touchdowns.
All right. I like that. I can get on board with that. All right, Ali, before I get you out of here, because I got Nick Alberga coming up at the second intermission, and he's going to give us thoughts live from Scotiabank Arena. I want a final prediction from you for tonight, for this Leafs-Sabres game as it's going on right now. A minute left in the second period. Do the Leafs pull this one out? Do they lose again? Are we devastated after the game? Like, what are your thoughts after this one?
I got faith in them. They're going to get it.
Final score prediction?
At least 3-2.
At least 3-2. Okay. I appreciate that. Allie, thank you for calling in. Thank you for joining the watch along here today. Thank you for watching it, being a part of this, and welcome to Leafs fandom. It is painful, Allie. It is painful.
Thanks for having me.
All right. There you go. Allie jumping on the Leafs watch along here, who are looking pretty bad right now. I will be honest. This is some sloppy hockey. This team, man. This team. It is 6:45 Eastern time. We're just about done the second period here as my stream buffers. 6 seconds left in the second period. Oh, Nick Alberga coming up at the end of the second period here as we head into the third. He's finding himself a nice spot in Scotiabank Arena to be able to join the call here. We'll see how that goes. I have faith in Nick, which I'm sure that it'll work out. I'm certain we'll be able to find a quiet spot in that arena because God knows this Leafs team, these Leafs fans, it ain't loud in there. Let's put it that way. It's not loud. Worlds of Stage says way behind on the rewind. Okay, let me see if I can get this back. You can get some faster or some more up-to-date stream. This is direct. Like this is from the streaming provider, if you know what I'm getting at here. Right to me. Not much I could do about that. I just don't have TV and cable in my room to be able to watch this. John Gallagher, Zach sounds as excited as the play on the ice. I'm trying to be more high energy for you guys. I apologize. Like, I'm not, like, intentionally being down. You know I have energy. You guys know that. This is, like, how, like, it's hard for me to be excited myself when I watch these guys go out there and just be passive. Like, I'm watching it in real time where they're just messing around, like rinky-dink hockey. It's like they're out playing men's league. Low energy. Zero fucks given. Sloppy turnovers. Comment Royale says, I think they just suck. Maybe they aren't disinterested. They just aren't good. How do you go from... How do you go from Game 7, Round 2, you run back the same defense, the same goaltending, you lost one player, and replaced said player. Like, this is also the other thing. I saw one of the stupidest tweets I've ever seen in my entire life the other day. I think it might have been last night when it was like trading Mitch Marner for Michelli and for the space for Michelli and Waugh. Like, just tell us you don't know hockey without telling us you don't know hockey. Suggesting that they just intentionally traded Marner so that they could grab Waugh and Michelli is just an out to lunch take. You have no idea what you're talking about if you're suggesting that they traded him so that they could go out and get Waugh and Michelli. Like, that was the idea they had in mind. They tried to trade him for Mikko Rantanen. They were going to lose him for free, and instead we're able to get Nick Waugh back. This wasn't like, oh yeah, we don't want him. We're going to trade him for Waugh and Michelli. What are we talking about? As we're in the second intermission here, we've got a guy who's live from the library that they call Scotiabank Arena. I'm excited to hear from him and hear about the empty seats and people eating caviar and whatever else is going on in Scotiabank Arena. Let's welcome to the show, for the first watch-along edition of it, Nick Alberga. Nikolai, first of all, where the hell are you coming to us from? Because you are live in the arena right now, and you've got black curtains behind you and AC units. What is going on, and where are you?
I'm in the bowels of Scotiabank Arena. It's funny you bring up the fact that this building's always very quiet. The acoustics are very loud in the intermission, and I wanted you able to hear you. So I went to the one spot that would work, and there's nobody around. So it's perfect. Good setting, man. How are you?
Yeah, it probably would have been more quiet to do the show from the seats while the play is going on, actually, I think. But I'm okay. Right. I'm not like frustrated, yelling, screaming, my head's blowing off, but like the honest reaction right now as I watch this game, which I'm sure is the same one you're having, and it sounds like, because I'm trying to listen with some volume to the game a little bit, sounds like the same reaction of people in there where it's just like disinterested from the people watching, the people on the ice, like the people playing the game, the people behind the bench, all of it. It just seems like a lackadaisical effort that's going on out there right now. Is that accurate?
I think mixed reviews. I think similar to the game last night, Zach. I mean, there's some points where you're feeling really, really good, and I think they're trending in the right direction. I mean, we've seen a couple more ozone shifts tonight that left either with a pending penalty call or a good opportunity or a good chance.
That's fair.
I think of note in this game, obviously, Nylander. So, like, who's going to step up? Mr. Scratch and score. Nick Robertson scores, like, as expected.
Shocker.
And I think it's interesting, too. Like, maybe it's a bit of a showcase, if you want to call it that, with Robertson on the top line. But I think from that aspect, they've done a couple things well, but I think consistency is like my major takeaway. They still can't find it shift after shift after shift, and we even saw that on the tying goal, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm looking at right now. Like, it's not necessarily game to game even at this point. It's shift to shift, period to period, as you kind of just mentioned, stealing the words that you just said. But it's like one shift you watch them go out there and Matthews is all over the ice and maybe he doesn't get a shot or a crazy dangerous scoring chance, but he's got the puck on his stick the whole time. And then the next you're like, how the hell have we been hemmed in for 2.5 minutes? And that's just kind of the name of the game for the Leafs right now. As far as things go from a energy standpoint in there, what is happening with the seats, the fans? Because I think we've accused the broadcast of not being the loudest and not pumping out noise the same. Is it as quiet in there as it seems to be right now?
A lot of Blue Jays fans. I think my major takeaway, too, maybe it's a start time on a Saturday night, but there is a bunch of empty seats. I think a lot of people maybe who have seasons or have tickets in general to this game are electing to go down the road and watch the Blue Jays here in Game 2 of the World Series. But I wouldn't say it's any different than any other night. I think we've obviously had this conversation a lot on this platform. It's not the top building in the league when it comes to attitude and atmosphere. I will say, I mean, the fans did pipe up a bit. That was awesome by Jake McCabe there in the first period. And, the big banter for me in the press box, what does Alex Tuch do for an hour and a half, right? Because he gets kicked out. He's going to come back later on. I think he may have come back here late in the second, but he had like an hour off. Like, you go full equipment off, steam room. Like, what would you do, Zach?
Yeah, wait, I didn't think about that. Why did that?
Yeah, man.
How did that happen?
17 minutes.
Yeah, so he loses 17 minutes, which was with like it was like 5 minutes left in the first period, right? So I didn't think about that. 17 minutes. Dude, you got to go get full gear down and just be on the bike the whole time. Otherwise, you're screwed. Like, there's debatably having a snack in there. Because, like, energy, like, coffee maybe. Like, what are you doing? Because I think that's my play. I'm going in right away. I'm getting some type of snack. I'm getting maybe a coffee or, like, pumping myself full of Gatorade and getting on the bike. What are you doing?
But straight to King West, give me a vodka soda, gonna have a dart, and I'll be back for the third period. Like, I honestly, like, me and Anthony Stewart, former NHLer, we're discussing. I'm like, honestly, what would you do? And maybe Jay Rosel's like a good guy to ask. I'm sure at some point in time in his playing days that happened where he got like 17, 20 pims and came back later on in the game. But all I can wonder, especially from Alex Tuch's standpoint, I think you always try to relate it to the Maple Leafs. You step up your teammate, you got shit kicked. You get 2-10, like 5, like you're done for a long period of time, and you have to probably go on social media and see that punch and everything that went with it. Like I think it's a really interesting aspect in this game, especially the trade-off. Alex Tuch is one of the best players in the Buffalo Sabres, right?
Yeah, and he's been one of the guys who's been actually giving them some life here tonight. He was last night as well, and now all of a sudden he's gone. Good on him for stepping up. Like I said that when it happened in real time. Good on him. And so what I thought, I don't know, you were in the arena, so you heard everything in the announcements. At that point, I wasn't listening on volume. I had this thing muted. I'll let you go in a second as well, but I had it muted, so I'm like, I don't know what just happened. I see him leaving the ice. And I'm like, oh, he must have gotten taken to the dark room. Like, I thought he smoked his dome off the ice, and he's being taken. In the second period, I'm like, oh, he's not out here. Obviously, he was fighting. And then I look, he's in the box. I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't realize 17 minutes. Dude, I'm putting in a special request. Like, hey, when you get the next whistle in the second period, like 10 minutes in, I'll come back, and then I'll skate across because I'm just going to have to sit in there cold for 20 fucking minutes, and he had the intermission in between.
I know it's a riveting conversation, but I think it just shows you where we're at in this Maple Leaf season thus far. That's the big polarizing topic on a Saturday night with the Jays slated to host Game 2 of the World Series. What did Alex Tuch do for an hour? Maybe I go in the scrum after the game and find out from Lindy Ruff what Alex Tuch was doing for an hour. That's intrepid reporting, right?
That's what I want to hear. Last question, and still kind of on this topic. Yeah. I want to know, what was the response like from your perspective when that McCabe hit and fight took place? And I'm not necessarily talking about the immediate response within, like, while it was happening, but it kind of felt like the Leafs came flat on that power play. And then after the power play, surprisingly, the energy picked up from the team. It died off once they went in for the intermission, but it kind of felt like right then it was like power play ended, which unfortunately was a killer of that potential momentum. But it felt like it picked up and then it dropped off. Did you kind of get the same vibe? Was the arena going with, like, how did the response come from everybody around it?
Man, it is nothing but the hits in October covering this Maple Leafs team. Like, the power play is so dog shit, man. They can't even string a pass together. Like, that
can't enter the zone, can't make passes, can't get shots on goal.
It's the same shit. I don't understand. Like, you have the best goal scorer on the planet. Just fucking go to the office. Go to Ovechkin's office. Just hammer it. But, like, that's a takeaway tonight, too. It's a very passive Auston Matthews. Like, he had a 2-on-1 shorthanded with Nyes, and he's deferring. Like, dude, you scored 69 times. A lot of these guys don't have the confidence right now. I just think from that power play perspective, just keep it simple. Like, they just have to get the puck to the net and make that try to work. But I think it was a bit deflating, especially after all that. McCabe gets the crowd going, and then you get that power play, and it's just they can't even get the zone. Never mind generate chances. So we'll see what's in store here for the third period. It's weird to say, like, it's game 9, Zach, but they gotta find a way to win this hockey game. Like, I don't care if it's an OT.
Oh yeah,
a big third period would be highly needed, especially with the Nylander news. I saw Chris Tanev in the press box, which is a welcome sight. They need to find a way to win this game. Again, weird to say it's game 9, it's October, but just need better vibes around this team right now. They're really, really struggling.
Yeah, this is the most must-win, non-must-win game of all time. Like, it's obviously inconsequential when in the grand scheme of things, but, like, you have to win. You cannot go back-to-back losses to the Buffalo Sabres and just dink off like this and have put up losses where it just looks disengaged and inconsistent. And I don't know, man. They can't lose this one. They just can't. Nick, I'm going to let you get back in there. Is there a good food spread here tonight? What's the media meal looking like? That's the last question for you.
You know, I've I've pondered about that recently. Like usually they just have like pizza. There hasn't been pizza lately. There's popcorn, not much in terms of spread, but I'm not a big like spread
Eat a
guy
drink.
during the game. I don't eat before the game. They have a good buffet usually or a good meal before the game, but not much cooking on that front. There's ice cream bars. I mean, that's always a hit in the press box. Ryan Leslie's a big fan of those. He'll dummy three or four of those. So good promo for Wednesday's Leafs Morning Take. Ryan Leslie coming on. But
Is he?
Yeah, bottom line, man, regardless of the conversation about the spread, like just show me something. Show me you have a pulse, man. We've seen it a bit tonight. Like McCabe, I thought, showed something. OEL's playing with some anger and aggression, but this is far away from Craig Berube hockey, which is interesting. Like you're always looking for a response, and it just hasn't come yet, Zach. It's early on, but they need a bit of a response here in general.
Yeah, they do. They need something here to start this third period. I don't know if it's physicality to get it going. If it's one of the big I say the big boys, but like it's got to be Auston Matthews. Like John Tavares, I thought has looked fine here tonight. Morgan Riley is being okay, not great, but okay. It's got to be the other guys who are going. Nick, I know the third period is about to start, so I'll let you get back up there, get to your spot.
Cool.
Maybe get yourself a little food, because I know that there might be some lubrication going on later today.
Yeah.
So make sure that you have a good base ahead of that. But thank you for doing this. Thanks for jumping on with me. Enjoy the third period if you can, and I will see you later. Not on
my
the show,
pleasure.
but
Had a coffee. I hear you. I've had a coffee. I've had a tea. We're feeling better. We're motivated. I think a big third period's coming here for the Maple Leafs, and you are right. Likely we'll see you on King Street West tonight. I won't lie.
Probably will. Hopefully celebrating both wins. Nick, thanks for doing this.
Yes.
Appreciate it as always, and I'll see you later.
No worries. See you, bud.
There you go. Nick Alberga, live from Scotiabank Arena, jumping on with us. Ahead of the third period, as this Leafs team tries to find any sign of life. Nick's right. Like I say, like the lack of interest and whatever. The lack of engagement, the lack of energy, whatever. He is right, and I think that's one of the things to be talking about here when we talk about this group and what they're doing right now, which is also frustrating, is like it's not start to finish where they've got nothing. It is like serious points in time where there's just like a lull and then some crazy energy and then a lull, a shift of a spark, a great play by Easton Cowan to Auston Matthews, or from Matthews where he's in the corner to Easton Cowan to Nick Robertson in front, who scores, and then it dies off, and then they've got no energy, and then you're fighting for your life. How? Like, how do we get here? All right, let's get to our segment here before we get into the third period. Crave the stats. We'll check out the box score from 2 periods for the Leafs team as we head into the third period. Crave the stats is a presentation of Uber Eats. Thanks to our friends at Uber Eats for sponsoring the show here. Uber Eats is enabling fans to maximize their fandom all season long with exclusive game day deals on the app, from game day eats to paper plates and napkins. If you're hosting, to all the ingredients you need to make your favorite game day dip. Every time the Leafs are playing at home, like tonight, you can get these exclusive deals in Toronto only on Uber Eats. Firehouse Subs, Bogo Brisket Hat Trick. That is one of my favorites. Kibo Sushi, the Bogo California Roll, and Shelby Shawarma, Bogo Traditional Wrap. Before, during, and after the game, Uber Eats is assisting every fan's hockey experience all season long. Just grabbed my own Uber Eats that was delivered. Had that thing dropped off right at the door. We'll have to probably get into that at some point as the third period is now underway here. Quick stat check for people who are interested in this one. Currently looking at Easton Cowan with an assist, 1 shot on goal. He's got almost 7 minutes of ice time. So I'm glad that the ice time has gotten up for Cowan because it was low with about 6 or 7 minutes left in the second period. And he's a guy that I'm looking for to be kind of more engaged. So getting some more ice time here now. Max Domi, same ice time as Cowan. He's 6:47. Matthews, so pedestrian, man. So pedestrian. Just not strong on your stick. Losing puck battles. You're paid $13.25 million. It's not even like, oh, he looks like a different player without Mitch. It's like he just like doesn't care right now. It looks like that's what I don't get is like I would have taken this as like a personal challenge of like you think I need this guy so bad. I don't, and yet that's not the case. It's not how he approaches the game. It's just not like there's just this intense passion that you're seeing from the guy. Continuing on, checking in on some of the stats here now. The most important as we wrapped up the second period, goals from Nick Robertson and Matias Michelli. Assists in this one coming from John Tavares, Auston Matthews, and Matthew Nyes and Easton Cowan getting on the board here as well. Nothing from your defensive side of things. And those are your stats checking in after the second period, and my own Uber Eats did show up here. That boy, nice. He had a little pissed off at least. We did hit over 50 likes here on the stream, so thank you to everyone who liked, everyone who's still watching. Over 50 likes means smelling salts. And smelling salts, well, these ones are fresh, so they burn a little bit. But it's a necessary factor when you're talking about a doubleheader like this, and then you're going to head on over to the Blue Jays Today live stream that's coming up after Leafs Nation Watch Along here. First one here, I believe, on the channel ever. We'll see. Maybe it's something we bring back. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe we do it in the playoffs. I don't know what the interest level for people would be, but thanks for the likes. Here's the smelling salts, and it burns. Ooh. Also, just a note for people, coming up after the third period, I will be doing a breakdown. That will be posted as a video that'll come up here on this channel. So you guys will have to tune into that. Make sure to subscribe here to the channel. Hit that like button. But after the game, right here on this channel, a video will come out breaking down everything that happened. As there is a stoppage in play with UPL freezing that puck. It's just a easy to read soft shot on net. Frank D 23, suck Leafs suck and you suck too, buddy. Frank D, you suck, buddy. How about that? Face off to the right of UPL here. All right, Bobby with the win. Tip by Matthews. And you lose possession and puck's back into your own zone. This is the issue right now. No sustained pressure. Good hustle by Robertson. Way to get a stick on that one. Again, turnover. Matthews, stronger on the puck. You're 6'4", 220 pounds, stronger on the puck. You cannot be losing a wall battle like that. This feels like just watching like the most meaningless hockey ever. Like that's what it is. It feels like watching two teams in like game 81 of the season who both are not missing the playoffs. Or not making the playoffs, sorry. Oh my god. 15:30 left in the third. You got Matthias Michelli chasing around. Good on him. Chasing around. I think it was Rasmus, Owen Power, sorry. At the top with no stick. Ryan, do you think they will hit over 6.5? I don't know, man. This is one of those ones that, like, I'll say yes. I'll say yes. I don't really have much reasoning. It's just guessing. Jay Thielen says they might not go over 5.5. I think that if somebody scores to make it a 1-goal game, there will be a goalie pull, so you're at least going to get 6 over 6.5. I don't know. Like, this is one of those games where it's like it's so boring that they could just score a bunch of goals because it's not even exciting. They just are like bad. It's just like bad hockey. Does anybody else feel like they're just watching the same shift over and over and over again? Like, I feel like I'm just watching this team get the puck back, flip it out, not keep it. Get it back once or twice, lose it. Buffalo, sustained pressure. Buffalo, sustained pressure. Leafs finally get the puck back. Flip it out. Fuck. All the world's a stage. This is good. Zach, you ever order a 20-pack of nuggets, ended up getting 19? That's like watching the Leafs. Yes. Would agree. This is like the most pedestrian hockey game of all time. Simone Benoit, penalty here, I believe. Does anyone want bets for Jay's game? I can do that right now. Bet 365. Let's see what we've got. This is what we've resorted to. It's like watching the same thing over and over and over again, which is basically what it's watching this team for 10 years. We'll go rally cap here for the third period. Maybe that'll change something, anything. I don't know. Let's see. What do people want? Home run prop. Bet 365. Let's see. Blue Jays. No, let's see. Let's see. What do we got that's good here? Okay. Let's see. No, that's no good. Shohei Ohtani, RBI. I don't want to do that. Team to score first, Blue Jays plus 130. Okay. Rasmus Dahlin and Vladdy. All the world's a stage. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm staring at my laptop, by the way, which is in front of me, trying to figure out, see if I can find bets for people. Let's do some home runs. Let's see what we've got for home run for tonight. What's exciting? Because this Leafs game is not. Really, not much. Vlad is fine. Vlad home run is fun. Do that. Springer home run, fun. There you go. And the Sabres are on the board. Tage Thompson. I've never seen such a low energy group. I know you were killing a penalty, and it's not like you can go like gung ho out there. But like, you the box outs lack intensity. The rebound control lacks intensity. The battles for pucks, closing out on guys, active sticks, it all lacks intensity. Everything these guys do, everything they do lacks intensity. These guys don't even get out of bed in the morning with intensity. I don't even know if they could spell intensity. This is pathetic. They're going through the fucking motions out here. Stand around with your hands in your pockets. This is depressing. Bouncing puck, pass Riley to the neutral zone. Great opportunity. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Back the fuck all the way up. All the way. Free chance. Whoa, you want ice? Here's the ice. You want a free shot? Here's the shot. Like, I listen to it. Listen to it. Listen. Turn the volume up on your TVs while you're watching this right now. And listen to it. Like, you can hear them having conversations with each other. This is the saddest Go Leafs Go chant I've ever heard in my life. can't string together passes, can't break out, can't turn in transition. And it's like, this is not a skill issue. You had the same guys last year. Like, this is like a give a fuck issue. Thank God ticket prices went up. You can pay 10% more to watch 50% less fucking effort. This is a sad group, man. Who is that? Was that Bobby? What was that play? Why is he skating to his own goalie? Like, there's a guy chasing him, and it's like the guy doesn't even exist. Like, you're just skating, going along for a leisurely wheel. Like, that's what you do when you go play pond hockey with your 5-year-old cousin, and you're like, oh, like, you can't catch me. Like, I've got the puck. That's how he's playing in it. That's how he did what he did in an NHL game. There's not even enough adjectives to describe what is going on this ice right now. Thank God the Jays are good. Guys, if this is bad, you tell me. I will stop. But I think I'm gonna have some of my rap. Yeah, I'm gonna. Once this game is over, I'm gonna turn my attention to the Blue Jays. We'll have a post-game video come here on the channel. Like, the most insane thing is you're down by 1 goal. McCabe, skate it around, get up to the blue line, turn it back. Buffalo back to your zone. Lose a battle. Let's see if they can get the puck out. McMahon, turnover. Back into Leaf zone. Yeah, you know what? Almost, good point. If they lose to the Sabres, not panic yet. They play the Flames on Tuesday. If they lose that game, it's panic. Oh, yeah. I would agree. Like, I'm not in full panic. I'm sick watching this nonsense feeling right now. Panic comes with another loss, and it being against the goddamn Calgary Flames on Tuesday. If you're watching right now, hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel. Leaf Station 401 right here on YouTube. Let's get to 100. 100 likes. This is frustrating. This is a frustrating team, man. Baseball Dude 34 says, what's the price for Kadri? Is it even worth it? Look at this team. Nice play. Turnover. Turnover again. Carlo, give it away. McCabe, lose it. What the hell is going on? Dakota Joshua, the hottest man alive. He needs to play against the Buffalo Sabres every single night. 2 goals, 2 games, ties this one up. 6:50 left in the third period, and the Leafs have life. There you go. You're getting your over 6.5. Whoever asked, sorry, I apologize who it was, I forget. What did that tip? Nothing. It just went under UPL's glove. Good on Joshua. No give up, but like, let's see if there's any life that gets put into these guys from that. Yeah, the Kadri trade is one that I look at as like a turning point of like that trade might have single-handedly cost them their window. As insane as that is to say, that one trade might have done it. That's the kind of player they spent every day since the day he left looking for. I'm taking a bite of this wrap. Sorry, guys. It looks delicious, it smells delicious, and I'm goddamn starving. Courtesy of Uber Eats. Well, not from them, but ordered through them. So, thank you. Quality. Quality wrap. Mario Valella says, Kadri needed to be traded. He kept getting suspended. Did he need to be traded, though? He got suspended in Colorado, and then they won the cup with him the next year. Did he really need to be traded? Baseball Dude 34, I think keeping Kerfoot and losing McCann was the start. Well, that was after the fact, right? Like, the Kadri trade was first. You automatically re-signed or extended Kerfoot. Barry came over in that deal. I don't remember what else was a part of it right now. I could obviously look this up in a second, but I'm holding a wrap. And then the corresponding or the trail of it all that connects together would be following up the using Kerfoot as the piece that they kept, protecting Kerfoot, and by the way, for people who remember, Kerfoot and Justin Hall is who they decided to protect so that, like, they protected Kerfoot and Hall and lost McCann, who basically immediately went to Seattle, and I think he had a 40-goal a year that year. I don't really know what I'm answering in this question. LS World 7807 says, yo, is Dakota subbed out because of an injury, or is he going to be back in the game next quarter? I don't know. What that means. He's playing right now. He just scored. Dakota Joshua, he scored. Yeah, Tyson Barrie was in the Kerfoot trade. It was Kadri for Barrie and Kerfoot, but there was something else that was involved in it. I just don't remember what. All the World's a Stage says, it's not even trading players. It's trading draft picks. They just give away picks for scrubs. Callie Rosen, thank you. Connor Fraser, appreciate that. But it's not necessarily like, I'm not as worried about the draft picks. It's like you could never retain the players that you traded for. That's one of the main issues. You would trade for Achari, O'Reilly, Foligno, and like go big, which is fair. That's fine. But how often do you see these other teams go and trade for those guys, and then it's not 100% hit rate, but like it's frequent enough that they will extend on said team, and it just feels like the guys who have been traded to here have had no interest in staying, and to me, that has just screamed the culture of the team. Like, that's when it hurts having the picks get traded. When those guys are gone. When they don't come back. Because then, like, that pick is gone, and it's like, what was that worth? Like, Scott Laughton, the pick and Gulbenkian go for Scott Laughton. If Laughton is good this year and then decides to stay after that, the pick and the Gulbenkian trade feel less deadly to the organization as a whole in the future. Oh my God, great chance by Buffalo there. Thank God that thing got broken up. I think Carlo got a stick on it or a stick on the Sabres stick, but either way, broken up. You have to make trades and you have to give things a shot and you have to see how things go. That's why, sorry, I was just trying to figure out who was on the ice together there. That's why I'm willing to give, like, yeah, it is who I think it is. Joshua, Cowan, and Waugh out here together right now. See, Cowan, I kind of like him on this line, man. He is willing to go, forecheck hard, be physical. He's not a big guy. He's not going to run anybody through the glass, but heavy style of play. Not physically weight-wise. He's not. He's light. He's small, but heavy. Yeah, all the world's a stage. I would agree with that. O'Reilly and Foligno were good trades, though, actually, and having Bertuzzi. I think they were good as well. I just think that losing them is when you look back and you're like, we traded the picks for what? And it's like, well, yeah, because the guy left. Like, I think the Laughton and the Carlo ones, yeah, the guy, like, Laughton's not playing right now. He didn't play that great in playoffs last year. Carlo struggling, but if you move on from those guys at all, like, you have them under term, you can get something back for them, which is more than you got before when the guys are just leaving free agency. Rap is gas. Again, can't string passes together. I don't know where you guys are at, by the way. I think there's a delay between me to you. Just a heads up to people out there. So I might be behind coming to you in my commentary of the game, but I've got currently 2, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So just over 2 minutes left here in the third period, tied 3-3. But it's like, can't string passes together. There's only so many times I can say some of these things, which I guess becomes a problem with the watch-alongs, but yeah. Also, we do have a couple super chats, so I want to get to some of these. And I see a comment there from Noah. Noah says, hey, Zach, how are you? So hyped for the Jays game tonight, so am I, Noah, but holy, watching this Leafs team is still frustrating. It is very frustrating. Also, love the idea of a watch-along and live the night of game afterthoughts. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if we do the watch-along, the post show would be a little different. We'll work through some things. I think for today, what we're just gonna do is I'm gonna record a post game show. It'll be like 8-10 minutes long, and it'll just be a video recap of what happened, my thoughts, what went wrong. Lots going wrong. But can't make passes, man. It'll be interesting going forward if we do the watch-alongs and stuff. Let's see. It was fun to do this. Try to get more guests in the future. We do have a super chat here. I'm going to do that. Well, wait. I'll wait till the end of this period. Turnover. Pass from JT denies. Turnover. Get it back, but it's just... JT wind up. Can't get it past the blue line. And that's going to be the end of the third period. So as we go into overtime here, this Leafs team tied. Proceeds from our super chat do go to Sick Kids Charity. Thank you to our friends at Sick Kids for coming back again this season. We appreciate it. We do have a super chat here. You want to get your questions or your comments read on the show, you send those in. I will answer them. John Gallagher, Marner could have been the engine. It's possible, but change needed to be made. We weren't winning with him. Show is good. Keep up the good work. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. For the compliments on the show, in terms of Marner being the engine, yeah, maybe. I'd like to think the guy who makes 13.25 and the guy who makes 11.5 can be that. And, the thing is, when I look back to, like, years in the past, like, when it's gotten tough and it's been difficult and the games get tighter and all that kind of stuff, Nylander was more so the driver than a guy like Marner. So I still want him to step up. And yet, they haven't to this point. Unreal, as we were about to go into OT. I was so hungry. I apologize for eating on stream. It's not what I wanted to do. I was so hungry. I forgot to eat. I was busy doing shit before. Not really an excuse you guys care about or want to hear. I get it. But I was dying. And I needed food. We're good now. All right. OT starting here. You got McLeod, Tuch, and Dahlin for the Sabres. Matthews, who's he going to come out with? Nyes, Riley. So it's Matthews, Riley, and who? Nick Waugh. Interesting that they sent Nick Waugh out for the first face-off. And he didn't take it. I'm guessing this is JT from the sheet that's in the chat. And in the Morning Cup of Hockey chat and Discord as well. I am eating... I don't know how accessible it is across North America. It is an Impact Kitchen braised beef burrito. It's not really a burrito. It's just a wrap. But it's very good. Nice. Driving down the side. Stop back. Oh, JT, if he got through on that, that would have been sick. Probably has to have some idea in mind that he is fucking... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Owen Power right down the middle. Loses it. JT, breakaway. John Tavares, $4.99, OT hero, wins this one for your Toronto Maple Leafs against the Buffalo Sabres. 0 legs going back on the back check, and yet somehow finds it in him to get his ass in gear, get down the ice, and score to end this thing against the Buffalo Sabres. Just watch this highlight back here. Wheels back on the back check. Like, I'm not discrediting his effort. Kudos to him. Oh my God, he's back there, like, down at the bottom of the circle. And then takes off. That was a great pass. I think it was Nyes with the pass. Johnny T. Thank God this guy is on the... Oh, what a shot. What a shot by Johnny T. That'll do it here for today's watch along. Leafs win this one 4-3 in overtime. Quick look through of who scored and what happened. Just a quick recap for people. Your Buffalo Sabres goal scorers: 2 for Tage Thompson, 1 for Bowen Byram. On the Maple Leaf side of things, you got Dakota Joshua with the tying goal. Matias Michelli and Nick Robertson were the earlier goal scorers, and then John Tavares scores and wins this one in overtime for your Toronto Maple Leafs. $4.99 on the career for Johnny T, winning this one in overtime for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the watch along. Again, we'll see if this is something we do going forward. If you guys enjoyed it, I don't know. I had fun. I enjoyed doing this. I don't know if you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop in the comments below after the fact what your thoughts were on it, what I could change, what I could do better, what I could do different. I'm open to feedback. I know this probably wasn't like the favorite show for people, the best one, so I understand that. I kind of just wanted to hang out with people and watch this game and show you what my thoughts were that go through my head as I watch it and how I react to stuff. I will have a video coming out here in probably like 15 minutes right here on this channel, breaking down the game, just a recording of what happened, what my thoughts were. But yeah, I mean, Leafs win this one 4-3. Thank God, because this would have been a loss here would have been dark if the Leafs ended up losing this game. I'll tell you that. It would have been dark. Thanks to everyone who watched here tonight. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, liked, comment, subscribe, super chats, all of that. Thanks to Ali for calling in. Thanks to Nick Alberga. Thanks to Nick and Adam from the Blue Jays Today show. Make sure to go over to their channel here as well right after this, because they have been live since 7 o'clock teeing up the Jays-Dodgers game. They're doing a watch-along of their own. If you enjoyed this, you're going to love that. So make sure to head on over there and see the Blue Jays Today show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. As always, again, I have the best job in the entire world, and I don't get to do this unless it's for the support of people like you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's get a Blue Jays win here now. Leafs win, Jays win. That's the perfect day for me. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the post-game video coming out here shortly. And then enjoy the Jays game here tonight. Thanks, everybody. Keep believing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take, Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos. Make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything.